So this is our second day looking at integer addition, and we're just going to focus on addition today. So our objective is to use rules and models to add integers. So let's look at some of the rules first. These are really similar to what was talked about in the video yesterday, but is another way to think about it. So in the top corner here, we see that we have positive and negative numbers. Positive numbers keep us on track, negative numbers reverse us. I like to think of them as going to the right and going to the left. So positive numbers make us go to the right, negative numbers make us go to the left. That's really important to keep in mind with our number line. So the first rule is when we have the same sign. That means both numbers are negative or both numbers are positive. So for the first example, where both are positive, 3 makes us go to the right, 5 makes us go to the right, and the number is bigger, positive 8. On the second one here, negative 3 makes us go to the left, negative 3 makes us go to the left, so we need a number that is smaller than both of those numbers, more negative, which is why we get negative 8. So this is why same sign is add normally, keep the sign. Let's take a look though if we have different signs. There's a few more directions here. So first, we want to find the absolute value of each number. Then subtract the lesser absolute value from the greater, and then the sum has the sign of the integer with the greater absolute value. There's a lot of words, so let's look at some examples. So if we have negative 3 plus 5, we know that's equal to 2. Let's think about why. So first, we have to recognize that the reason that we're subtracting is because they're going in two different directions. The negative 3 is going to the left and the positive 5 is going to the right. When we think about negative 3, right here, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and going positive 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get past 0. We get to positive 2. Now if we were to follow the rules, step 1, find the absolute value of each number, 5 and 3. Then it says subtract them. So we're going to do 5 minus 3 equals 2. Now it says find the sum has the sign of the integer with the greater absolute value. 5 is bigger because 5 is positive. Our answer is going to be positive. Now the second one, we reversed the signs. 3 plus negative 5 is negative 2. We're going to do the same thing here. 5 minus 3 equals 2, but this time the 5 has the bigger absolute value, so our answer has to be negative. Let's take a look at a couple examples with bigger numbers. So if we have negative 18 plus negative 16, think about which rule would be used. Same sign or different sign? You probably see that it's the same sign. Since both integers are negative, the sum is negative. So what we would have to do is add normally, keep the sign. So if we add normally, 18 plus 16, we get 34, but because they're both going to the left, it's going to be negative 34. So we knew that they were the same sign, and then we added. So now for this next one, we have to think same sign or different sign. You can probably see that these are different signs. So we are going to find the difference of the absolute values, which has the greater one, is the sum positive or negative. Those are all the questions we want to be thinking. So because they are different signs, we are going to subtract. So different means we subtract. 23 is the bigger absolute value. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So we have 12. Is it positive or negative 12? Well, the 23 has a bigger absolute value. Our answer is negative 12. Let's try one more. Which rule are we going to be using here? We already have the two rules, same sign or different sign. Here we again have same sign. So we have same sign, so we need to add normally. And we get 162. Is it positive or negative? It's negative because two negative numbers make it more negative. Here are two problems I want you to check on your own, and we're going to talk about them in class. Now be careful with the second one because there's three numbers. So I would add the first two together first, then add the third number. Once you finish those two problems, go on to this exit pass problem. So pause the video here and then rewind it and go back to the other one.